Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. It is Off the Board month with Crystal over at Pineapple Papers. And today for your Pinterest technique, you are pulling, or your Pinterest pin, you're pulling a technique. So on my, in my Pinterest board, I had actually started to put layouts on my Pinterest board, and these are 2017 scrapbook albums, so they're kind of old. And I saw this layout right here that I have on my board, and I did mixed media and splatters on a pattern paper background. Now, is that a fancy technique? Maybe, maybe not. But I am going to do that with these photos and these papers. Now, in my pin in that album, I also have black. There's lots of bold black in with the color, with the pink. So I'm going to bring in some black as well here. So let's see what I can do. Guys, so I am starting out with those papers that I pulled out. They are very, very similar in color. And I was looking back over some of the layouts that I've been making recently, and I feel like I'm doing a good amount of almost monochromatic color schemes lately. I don't know why that is. I'm just very attracted to that look right now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So what kind of look is really like fill in your boots, right? Like what kind of scrapbooking look is that thing that's just like, yeah, that's doing it for me and I'm going to do it until I just can't do it anymore type thing. I feel that that's even though this isn't truly monochromatic, but that kind of almost one color thing is very prevalent right now, I feel like, in my scrapbooking, or at least it's on the layouts that are sitting in a pile across from me on the table, for the ones I haven't put away yet. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just haven't just put those ones away. Who knows? All right, so you saw me do that. I went ahead and distressed the edges of that polka dotted paper. I cut off 1/4 of an inch on each side of it. I had started cutting the paper. I was just going to do 1/4 of an inch on both sides and have a really thin black border. But I was like, oh, what if the dots were even? And I didn't know if they were. And they weren't, so it's not a big deal. But so I ended up doing 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And then I cut my chevrons because that is what I like to do. You give me a chevron and I'm going to cut it somewhere, right? Like, I just really like that. It's going to be very, very rare that I use a chevron paper in its entirety. And it's going to be even rarer that I don't cut it. So here I am doing that technique, and I'm saying that in air quotes because really anything that you do on a layout can be considered a technique. And I guarantee you, people that are playing with Off the Board this month, some of them are going to have some really elaborate techniques. I guarantee it, right? And I'm kind of cheating, but it is a technique. So anyway, I used my round acrylic block to kind of get my mixed media on the paper. It's the packaging technique, but with an acrylic block, because I really find it a lot easier to use an acrylic block, especially a round one, because I find that you don't get harsh edges, and I have more control when I use an acrylic block, right? Like, I just feel like I can put the product more where I want it than kind of just where it ends up willy-nilly. So I have these two photos, and I did trim down them ever so slightly so that I could use this Tim Holtz paper as my photo mats. It's like a distressed kind of graph paper. So this photo is of the same door, right? The photo on the left is the outside, and then the photo on the right is the inside. So this door is a door that is in the outside yard of Alcatraz. So I guess the recreational yard that they would send inmates out to exercise and do things like that. And when you go out the door, there's very steep steps that will take you down. And I don't remember where you could go after you went down the stairs. Because we went down the stairs, we were like, holy Lord, those were steep. We went right back up the stairs and we were like, right, like huffing and a puffing, because it was some intense stairs. And then it just had this little teeny peephole, right, like that little rectangular peephole that you could see out of. So now I am just going to go ahead and decorate the layout. I'm using some tickets. I'm using, stickers. I'm trying to find like the black and white and this gray and kind of greeny tone, because that is what is going on here. And I guess really that I look at it, it's not so much a monochromatic layout, but it has the feeling of one. I'm going to stand by that. It definitely has the feeling of one. So I am excited about that. So this sticker right here says, "Every day is a blessing." And I knew that I was going to create some sort of kind of smart alecky title, right? Like I knew that that was going to happen. I was trying to see if I could bring in a little bit more brightness to the greens that I had going on here. But I did not. I'm just going to tell you straight up, I did not like that color with it. I didn't think it was a good match for what I had going on. However, I do go to these sticker sheets, and they are, I think they're For the Record 2 sticker sheets. And I really want to get these bad boys used up through this iteration of the Never Ending Kit, right? Like that might be a little bit bright. There are some things in here that I left that have some brightness to them, just in case. But I am going to build some things around here to kind of just basically give my photos a base to sit upon, and also get some fun little bits of decoration. So these stickers are basically planner stickers from Paper House. They do have gold foil on them. They are cream and also black with that gold foil, and I thought that this would be absolutely perfect for what I had going on the layout. I'm going to be able to add in a little bit of Shining Shimmering Splendid with that gold, which, as you guys know, I do love me some Shining Shimmering Splendid on a layout. It definitely makes my little heart happy. So I'm going to go ahead and just figure out where I can add these pieces in, right? Like, it's not like I am, reinventing the wheel or doing anything super fancy. I am just really just trying to add little bits and pieces in to give you little glimpses of the colors that I want you to see. And then, yay, hooray, I used up an entire sticker sheet on there. So I just ripped that off. That went into the bin. And then I am going to go ahead and get this finished over here. So now I got to figure out the title, right? And it is a matter of what words are going to fit where. While I'm scrapbooking, I'm thinking about how I want to have my title end, instead of just "Every day is a blessing." Something about only if there's an open door. If there was an open door, every day is a blessing, except if there's not an open door. I don't know. Something like that. All of those things were kind of going through my head, and I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to go with that. I am going to go ahead and put some brads through those little holes in that label. I had pulled out my brighter gold mini brads, but I had two, just two, and not only did I only have two, but wouldn't you know it, they were different colors, so that wasn't going to work. because, you know, I don't mind mixing up colors, but if I'm just going to put two brads on a layout that are going inside of a label on either side of it, I need that to match, right? Like, I'm like, no, that's not how we do it. It needs to match. So now I am using a variety of letter stickers. Well, my mind just blanked out on that. That was kind of crazy. So now it says, every day is a blessing if the door is open. And hooray for me, I had all of the same color in that version of the alphabet. And I am going to add some Nouveau Deluxe onto those letters so that they actually stay, right? We don't need them falling off the layout. And then I was thinking, oh man, I should add some splatter to this, but I've already got my splatter on there, so I did not add any more. So there is a close-up of the title and just some of the other close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.